welcome to my garage. Thought I'd do a quick video on how to top off or change the transmission fluid on your A-Series Sprite or Midget. I don't know if this applies to the 1500 cars, but it certainly does to the A-Series rib case and I believe the smooth case transmissions. The first thing you're going to want to do is put together all your pieces, a nice long funnel, an 11/16 inch socket, a small screwdriver. You may not need it, but it could come in handy to remove the rubber plug, and a shop rag probably isn't a bad idea. As far as the oil, I recommend using something non-detergent. I'm using this SAE 30, but I think the manual calls for 20/50 weight. I like this. The non-detergent keeps it from foaming in the transmission. So this is the car, and the first thing you're going to want to do is find the fill plug, which is in the driver's side footwell under the carpet. You're going to see this rubber plug, and you want to remove that. These things tend to get kind of hard with age, and they tend to bake themselves onto the tunnel with heat cycles, so that's where the screwdriver could come in handy for prying around the edges to pop this thing out. But I've got mine loose already, so it just pops right out. You can see the fill plug right there. A wobble head socket probably would be a little easier, but I noticed that a straight 6-inch extension will fit in there and unscrew that. If you were doing a full drain and refill, make sure you can get the fill cap out before you drain the transmission, because you're going to be real disappointed if you drain it and you can't refill it. Alright, so I've got my wrench in there, and I'm just going to loosen this plug. Don't worry too much if it drops to the bottom. It's not going to get caught in the tunnel or anything. It's just going to drop down to the ground, and then you're going to have to fish it out from under the car. And there we go. There's the plug. As you can see in there, my level is a little low. I've got a leak where the speedometer cable enters the transmission, which I will fix eventually, but for now I just keep topping it off. So see if I can get the funnel in there. Just pour it until it hits the threads of that fill hole. Now you got to fumble in there and get that plug screwed back in. So there we go. I've got the plug back in there. Now I've got to get this rubber thing back in, which I find it's usually easiest to squeeze it in on the front side first and then work it in the back, and this is usually where the screwdriver comes in handy. Kind of push it down into the groove, and there it is. And that's it, and then just reset your carpet and you're done. If you're doing a full drain and refill, the plug is, I believe, in the same location at the very bottom of the transmission, and you'll have to lift the car for that. For this, it's easy enough to do with the car on the ground. And that's it. Any questions, any comments, any ways to do this easier, feel free to post, and feel free to subscribe. Thanks.